Greetings everyone, and Grade here with another Company Heroes 1 replay. Spawn on the right side as US Forces of Angojeep. Spawn on the left side as the Panzer Elite. We have Shaolin. Oh, I butchered that name like I do with all names. Kaliningrad eyeing for the fuel point, and so are the engineers. Oh, hopefully it's good then. Multiple engineers now being put on the field, a third engineer on the way. Kaliningrad to capture the fuel point. And let's eyeing for a barracks. Kaliningrad is going for double Kaliningrad here before any Panzer Grenadiers. Kaliningrad's now pushing along the flanks, capturing some of these sectors. Eyeing for this fuel point. Engineers going straight for this munitions point here. With him going for this fuel point, of course, we will be out of supply. This point will need to be captured on up, which will likely be done by the Panzer Grenadiers. Munition sector are being captured on up as well.
Fuel point captured. Task complete. Record loud and clear. Send. Einsatzbereit.
Second squad of Panzer Grenadiers deployed on the field. Likely our riflemen. Could be Jeep on the way. Yep, riflemen. And we do have this fuel point being captured up now. Oh, he's going straight for the cutoff point here. This is going to cause a bit of problems for his opponent. Munitions point has been captured. We'll provide a handful of bullets before he... Oh, he will continue to provide bullets there because he's still... Nope, he's going to roll around to the other side to decapture the point. Now he may roll around to the other side to decapture the point. He did take a bit of damage there. He's slowly going forward. A couple of rifleman squads push way forward. And he's going to abandon his decapturing effort. Does get some good damage on the Kaliningrad. Does fall back in time. Panzer Grenadiers now push way forward, trying to engage the engineers. The cutoff point has been captured. This munition sector down here will not provide any munitions until this point is captured. And the Panzer Grenadiers are actually eyeing for these two sectors now. Or maybe just the one Panzer Grenadier. This one will go and just stay on this cutoff point as the Kaliningrad decaptures the sector. Over here, we got the rifleman squad now advancing along the left flank. Engineers captured the high ground, the hill. And now the engineers are being pursued by the Panzer Grenadiers.
Supply lines are broken. We have territory cut off from supply.
Panzer Grenadiers engaging the riflemen at close range. May not be good for the Panzer Grenadiers. Riflemen are behind some good cover there, and they are just running away. As the Panzer Grenadiers push way forward, this will help him even out a little bit, but of course he does have some good cover there. Panzer Grenadiers are behind some light cover there, engaging the riflemen inside the garrison. This garrison has 5 windows on the side, there's 5 models remain, so that's a good spot for the riflemen to fight from. But of course the Panzer Grenadiers not taking a whole lot of damage at the moment.
Our work is done here. Eyes on me. Engineers, eyes and ears.
One landmine deployed on out.
Engineers, get the fish pounded out of them.
This Panzer Grenadier squad does see a bit of fire. This Panzer Grenadier here support. Of course, engineers can't really do much versus them. Rifleman squad is a bit wounded down south. Kaliningrad Goron captured some points there. This G43 squad still securing this causeway there.
Operation posts report we are losing a sector.
It does use suppressive fire there on one the rifleman squad. One of the engineers being upgraded with a flamethrower. One that's up there, and the Panzer Grenadier squad does get forced on back. Going to be a flamer engineer on the way here. This 3-man squad a little bit wounded. He may be on advance forward now. But the rifle squad ate a lot of bullets there, and they're a little bit too spicy. Kaliningrad in the back part of the map there, not capturing any points. No doctrinal locking as far as I can see.
Engineers getting hammered out here.
And he does try to get the garrison there for a brief moment, but the flamethrower says no, you want to stay out of it. And this Panzer Grenadier squad does fall back. This one's even worse off in health, so may want to fall back as well. Angrad's also pretty wounded, so he could potentially take that out as well. But looks like he will save both. Rifle squad is behind some heavy cover there, but so are these Panzer Grenadiers. The Incendiary Grenade has been thrown. Flame Engineers advance along the flank, does not get the garrison there, gains some great damage. Does force back one of the squads there, needs to retarget the other one. He needs to fall back now. There's a possibility he could be wiped. But the retreat path actually goes way up there. I could have sworn the retreat path would have been this way, but good thing it did go up this way.
Just follow fucking orders.
And this rifle squad does fall back as well. Does spot this landmine there. I wonder if he actually realized he spotted the landmine. The grenade has been thrown. Gains some good damage there. He does go and get singed up a little bit before the squad does fall back. Right now, the Panzer League player is a little bit worse for wear when it comes to field control, but he is capturing some important points like this cutoff point, deny the munitions income. This munitions point is also not captured up, so the US player only has about both of these +5 fuel point advantage at the moment right now when it comes to income. Of course, that can easily exchange hands. Rifleman squad is get healed up by this triage center that's being built.
And that's the ball game. Construction finished.
And there's going to be a lot of necessary blood transfusions.
Supply lines are broken. We have territory cut off from supply.
Over here, Panzer Grenadiers pushing forward, get a bit of damage on the riflemen.
Supply lines are broken. We have territory out of supply.
And also the landmine has not been swept just yet. Only detected.
We're losing a strategic sector.
Panzer Grenadiers are to capture the center of the map. Kenegrad's pushing his way forward. An upgraded engineer does fall back
Losing
there.
ground out there.
Oh. And he did realize he saw that landmine and threw an incendiary grenade on top of it. Okay, very nice. Though it was a bit expensive way to clear it out, but at that point in time, that was the only way to clear it out without losing manpower and health. We do have multiple US landmines right here. I wonder when those were placed. So we saw an engineer inside this garrison, so he may have been the one who placed them down. Right now, the Panzer League player has great field control right now, has both the two north and south munitions point, but this engineer is trying to stop that. Attack squads push way forward, trying to engage these Panzer Grenadiers. We may see. Does the US player have grenades? We know about incendiary grenades. This may be a good time to throw a incendiary grenade there, just to get a bit of splash effect. It does fall back now. Going to get there by these Panzer Grenadiers, but the Flame Engineers making their advance. And we'll get some good damage on in. One Panzer Grenadier squad does fall back, the other one will fall back as well. Both of them drop a single model. Does he have healing back home? Yes, he does. And we do have Grove Company and the Panzer Support Command. Light half track and mortar half track. No Panzer IV C, no Hotchkiss.
Go on already.
Kenegrad driving back at home. Rifleman squad will get a bit damaged on his retreat. Could potentially get the engine.
From enemy advances.
He does not get the engine. Now do you have the light TF track to blow it down the field?
The Yankees are grabbing our territory.
Mortar half track does get a good hit, forcing back the rifleman. Now do you have a motor pool being put on the field? Probably for a Greyhound. Could be T-17. AT half track is highly possible as well. Not AT half track, just AT gun.
Forward supply lines are broken. The enemy is attacking a petrol depot. Men standing by.
Target secured.
Fuel point being captured on up. This fuel point could be captured by the Kenegrad, apparently.
Forward supply lines are broken.
And over here, I do have the Panzer Grenadiers now engaging the riflemen and does force them back pretty quickly. Mortar rained on in. We'll roll a miss.
Indomitable veteran sergeants have joined our ranks.
Veteran Sergeant, interesting. Before even a doctrine selected. Usually we see that after a doctrine's been selected.
Moving on.
Rifleman squad way over there, probably eyeing for the munitions point and or VP. One flame engineer, one regular engineer, another regular engineer right there, and the Petrograd is eyeing for the VP. Right now the US player does have a slight VP advantage, but right now the VPs are captured in favor of the Panzer Elite player. Panzer Grenadier engaging, getting some damage there on the flame engineer.
We are losing ground.
Rifle squad getting a bit of damage there. And now we've got some great damage coming out on the Petrograd. Oh, I heard a landmine over here. Looks like Panzer Grenadiers do find a landmine. Riflemen fighting from heavy cover. Rifle squad and flame engineers trying to pursue these forces. This Panzer Grenadier squad just inside the garrison. This Panzer Grenadier squad is assigned for some heavy cover. He could eye for the garrison as well. It's probably not a good garrison to fight from. There's only one window on the side. You may want to get out of the garrison as soon as you can because there's a flamethrower now coming forward. So now, yep, he does get out of the garrison there. Flamethrower engineer receiving a bit of fire there from these Panzer Grenadiers. Does fall back. Light half track rolls on this. The incendiary grenade has been thrown. He only got out of the church, not necessarily fully retreat, but now he does fully retreat. Both these rifle squads are quite
The Yankees
wounded.
are grabbing our territory.
And we got 2 command points for the Panzer Elite player. US player, let's see if he's got a doctrine at the moment. No apparent doctrine. Doesn't be pulled up by the motor pool either. He's going for sticky bombs now, very nice.
Losing ground out there.
Incendiary grenade has been thrown as well, but that was not a good incendiary grenade. Looks like none of these guys have been singed. Does fall back there.
Engineers ready.
Get some hits there on the engineers. The fuel point has been decaptured. I would say it would be cutting off his opponent, but right now it's cutting off nothing because the Panzer Elite player has good map control at the moment. Oh, we do see something a little bit back. Is that the booby traps? I'm having trouble. Yeah, that looks like the booby trap equipment. No, that's welding tools. Slow down so I can see the back of it. Yeah, that appears to be the welding tool, so I believe he's gone for Tank Hunter. Oh, and find some mortar from his mortar half track. Now let's take a better look at him. Yeah, that does not appear to be. That appears to be bullets. It appears to be repair stuff. So, Tank Hunter.
And is ready to be deployed.
Moving on.
Rifle squad. Let's that Petrograd just drive him by. Those get a sticky bomb thrown onto it, so it may go down here. Yep. And to get a bit of fire on this one here, the engine was damaged by his own mortar half track. Rifleman squad may see a bit of fire from these Panzer Grenadiers. And this rifle squad does fall back now. These 2 rifle squads push away for Panzer Grenadiers. Quick fight for some heavy cover there.
Available to aid our worthy cause.
Jaeger Command is not available. He may be eyeing for Panther resources at the moment.
We are losing ground.
Got multiple points being catch up north. There's also a landmine here for the US player as well.
Ready to move out. Task complete. Ready for mission orders.
Now we can take a better look. Yeah, that's definitely going to be Tank Hunter. Oh, and no, that was just the repair ability onto it, not from it. Panzer Grenadiers engaged by the riflemen. This one does get flanked a little bit as well. This one's just sort of skirting around. The G43 squad took a lot of free hits there, but not a whole lot of damage. The Striker squad's running Fetcher C1 doesn't have fars research at the moment. Nor does he is getting any research at the moment. Grenade has been thrown. No Greyhound. Supply yard level 1 upgrade, that's where his field went. This rifle squad does fall back there. And this Panzer does stick to supply cover there now. He's gonna try and decapture the central VP. We've got the Kenigrad on to bully them around. Let's stay out of their range though. This Panzer Grenadier squad trying to advance them forward, but probably will get forced away. We do have another squad up here. It is a flame engineer. They can quickly clear out this garrison. He does go ahead and abandon the garrison before he gets cleared out. Engineers receive a bit of fire there. Rifle squad's making their advance. Maybe I'm for a grenade? I don't know why. It just seems like a lot of situations could call for a grenade. So we could see incendiary grenade. And actually there is a frag grenade there. So he does have frag grenade research. And we do got another sticky bomb right there as well. And there goes the other Kenigrad. So no longer has repairs from the Kenigrad anymore, and does have a Fort HQ here as well. And there is a teller mine deployed right there. That's a mortar half-track.
Engineers good to go.
The teller mines could be very useful.
57mm at your service.
Unknown doctrine selected. Weapon support centers, maybe I'm for some snipers. A MG or mortar wouldn't be half bad at this moment in time as well. A lot of heavy cover there. These Panzer Grenadiers not being super mobile. They're relying a lot of heavy cover, which is, of course, a good way to fight. But, of course, mortars can help displace that. I'm guessing he could go for a 30 cal to help lock down some areas, but we all know he's going for a sniper or a 5. Sniper now being deployed on out of the field.
Engineer squad ready.
Flame engineers not deploying on landmine there.
Supply lines are broken. We have territory cut off from supply. Observation posts report we are losing a sector.
This point is being captured on up. Flame engineers push way forward as well. The Panzer Grenadiers do see a bit of fire there as well. These engineers making their advance, but of course the Panzer Grenadiers should be able to displace them. US sniper now deployed on the field. Mortar half-track, making its advance. Rifle squad and engineers in this region. Still plenty of landmines on the field. Over here, about this rifle squad advancing forward.
Initiating defensive operations.
Defensive operations, so he has access to offensive power right now, and eventually the M2s. Over here, this rifle squad is seeing a bit of fire from the Panzer Grenadiers.
Enemy unit down.
Oh, and that Panzer Grenadier fully gets wiped out. A grenade has been thrown over here. The sharp squad does fall back. Looks like the grenade didn't go too much. Maybe those mortar hits there I heard. Sniper does get his first shot there. Rifle squad making his advance. Does get a bit of damage there. He may be on forward for a sticky bomb. Is that sticky bomb researched? Panthers have been researched. Doesn't appear he have a sticky bomb research at the moment. Yeah, it doesn't appear his sticky bombs have been researched. He does have plenty of munitions for them, however. He's just trying to decapture the point. Unsuccessful. Frag grenade thrown. Does get good hit there. Does ban garrison time. And does get reinforced. And that one model decided to be on the other side of the church. Jumps out the window rather than come out the door like a normal person.
Listen up.
57mm at your service. Squad under fire! Crew!
AT gun does fall back there.
Ready for orders. Crew, Look alive.
Fuel
Another
point is
57
being
millimeter
seized.
on the field. So now there's 3 of them. The mortar half-track still pose a pretty sizable threat to them.
AT squad under fire! AT responding!
He's slowly creeping back on the road. So you could try just barraging, do his own manual creeping barrage of the mortar half-track. Panther pushing way forward, trying to get a bit of fire onto the East Rifleman squad. Slowly whittles them down. Rifleman squad making his advance. Let's force back this Panzer Grenadier. Another AT gun in this region. He has 2 over here as well.
Ready.
This Rifleman squad does not engage this Rifleman squad, Panzer Grenadier. Good hit there by the light TF track. And this Rifleman squad does fall back now.
Throwing fire from their armor! 57 millimeter at your service.
Rifleman squad does fall back there. Do got this Panzer Grenadier still moving around. This Rifleman squad trying to eye the capture of this. Oh, this cutoff point decapture of the cutting grass as denies that munitions income. AT gun still taking some pot shots. Over here got AT gun trying to engage these 2 Panthers. Of course, outnumbered. Mortar half track providing some fire support as well. Rifleman squad's eyeing for some sticky bombs. Does not get sticky bombs there, nor over here.
Artillery support is now available.
M2s can now be deployed on the field. He's got a bit of resources stockpiled up. Got 1 M2 now being built. He has 3 engineers back at home. This Rifle squad is a bit of fire there. Both these squads do fall back now. And this Rifle squad does get pinned by the G43s. This Panzer Grenadier squad is pushed way forward, trying to get a bit of damage there. M2 now deployed on the field.
Eyes and ears, ladies.
Now allow them to reach that mortar half track if needed. And that Rifle squad does get wiped out by 2 STG squads. Does fall back to both of them now. Just level 1 production at the moment.
Supply lines are broken. We have territory out of supply.
It's a little bit quiet at the moment, and I realized I really should have gone to the restroom before I started this replay. So I'm just going to make a nice wide zoom here as I quickly use the restroom, so hopefully you guys don't miss much.
Munitions point under attack. We can now support rapid deployment.
Sniper deployed.
Get your ass to cover, you idiot!
Point is ours once they lock it down.
Sorry about that. That's when you gotta go, you gotta go. As I got the M2 Howls barrage in the sector. Gave it damage there onto the HQ. It's almost destroyed. Rifle squad does get forced back over there. This rifle squad engaging. Got 2 AT guns and now 2 snipers out on the field.
Get this done. Point is ours once they lock it down.
Right now the Panzer League player is got 4 times 4 Panzer Grenadiers. That's the 4-man squad upgrade. Very nice. Over here, these 2 engineers advancing forward. 1 flamer, 1 unupgraded. And I wonder, has this teller mine over here have been found? Nope, the teller mine's still there. That could be very important in the future. Rifle squad does get forced back there. A 4-man STG squad is very effective. He will go and take time to repair the Kettengrad while the Kettengrads capture up the VP. Flamer engineers advancing on forward with the regular engineers in tow.
Send your orders.
Kampfgruppe Leer
The
can now
enemy
use
is
armor
seizing our
piercing
territory.
rounds.
Armor piercing rounds now available. Hit damage right there.
It is only when we work together with zeal as the Third Empire's war machine.
Zeal's now available. Panthers are full health. You may see some AT guns shooting them. Got the Flame Engineers. We'll see a bit of fire there. Does fall back. There's some shots there. I think I hear the M2 trying to hit the Panthers, maybe. Oh, those Flame Engineers are full back. Does get fully wiped out there. He is also sitting on top of a telemine that may not be good. Mortar half-track and light half-track this region. So this telemine could get detonated by the M2. Over here, got the STG squad trying to overrun. Does get suppressed there by the bars. And does throw a grenade there. Does get a bit of friendly fire damage. The AT gun may want to fall back. Artillery still is just running right there. Trying to hit the last known location of the mortar half-track and roll some misses there. Rifle squad does capture the munitions sector. G43 squad does suppress him. It looks like not all the models are firing there. This is the other G43 squad, so lucky he was only firing, lacking a G43 right there. Snipers pushing his way forward.
The enemy once more.
Wait. I guess a mortar may have hit that one. I was wondering, like, it just looks like he just sort of just passed away. Probably from dysentery. AT guns set on up. We do have this rifle squad falling back as well. There's some AT gun shots there, hitting the Panther. It does have its rear arm exposed. AT gun has been fully repaired, not healed. And SCG squad does overrun the rifle squad there. I wonder if you had all 4 models alive, he could have grabbed himself a free AT gun. But right now, he's at pop cap. That's short there. And he doesn't really need it. Has 2 Panthers and a good amount of the supporting units. We now have another US landmine being deployed on out. Very nice. These ones have been blown up.
Ready to move out.
Got this one capturing this one up. This one may have received a howitzer barrage there. Now with the 2 snipers creeping his way forward, trying to pick off some Panzer Grenadiers, though you gotta be careful on the Panthers. Sometimes they just get direct hits. Oh, and looks like these guys have been reviewed by the telemine. So I think that may have been out of range of the fog of war, not cinematic.
Panzer.
So he may not realize he spotted them.
Available to eliminate enemy armor.
Assuming if these guys run over it, they don't get spotted. Yep, it looks like they don't get spotted. Can reveal camouflage, but just can't reveal them to the enemy or to you. Panthers firing away against the damage there. 2 snipers have been revealed. Rifle squad receiving quite a bit of fire there. Frag grenade thrown by the rifle squad does force him back. Gets some good damage there. M2 howitzer barrage running in. Gets 2 direct hits there on the Panthers.
The enemy advances. The enemy has managed to eliminate the half-track.
Ooh, and the half-track received a direct hit there as well. That was a pretty good barrage. Gets some good damage on the Panthers and takes the mortar half-track. The mortar half-track is one of the biggest threats to the US player at the moment, able to deny the AT guns from existing. Landmine does see a bit of splash damage there. There's also the US landmine undetonated. And its rifle squad does get forced back by the 222. More mortars raining on in. Oh, there's another mortar half-track. Was it the light half-track? The mortar half-track that went down there. That may have been the light half-track. Unless he had 2 mortar half-tracks. Can't remember. We do have a Funkwagen now deployed on the field. Maybe I just siphon off some of this fuel, but got an AT gun. Gets direct hit there, so he's seeing it. But doesn't realize he's seen it as well. And looks like going to fly out Goliath there to overrun that AT gun, so he probably didn't realize he's seen it. Engineers now engaging the STG squad. The STG squad does get wiped out. Goliath advancing forward, trying to overrun the AT gun. AT gun rolls a miss. Got the one carbine defense model there, and destroys the AT gun entirely. Teller mine has been detonated there. I wonder if you realize he detonated teller mine. And there goes that kitten grad. Not realizing if. What if you realize this one has some teller mines? What if you realize what doctrine his opponent's gone for? He probably would realize by looking at the back of the kitten grad. Same way we can spot that. But teller mines is something whether or not your opponent does or just doesn't go for them. He's been spending a lot of munitions on incendiary grenades, so he's probably his idea he's been spending a lot of munitions like that way, but still has quite a bit of float. Yep, you can use Goliath as Panzer lead. It was successful at destroying the AT gun, which he purposely deployed the Goliath against. And this thing was, well, with Tank Hunter, you don't have any massive doctrinal munitions sink like Henschel strafing support or strafing support or any artillery barrages. So you tend to float a lot of munitions. You can go in for a Tank Hunter means you can use all your fun munitions abilities, such as deploying out Goliaths, or getting a munitions half track to blow out landmines, or you get out a your Panzer Grenadiers to blow out some landmines. Goliaths are frowned upon because they're cloak bug. True, but in that case, he didn't use the cloak bug. It was not cloaked the entire time, so that's probably a legitimate way of using them. Rifle squad does see a bit of damage there. It looks like it is the US player is eyeing for a landmine on that little choke point. And the US player is eyeing for more landmines. In this case, he does have a munitions sink of the Optimal Parachute, which he does still have enough munitions for. More landmines being pulled up by these riflemen.
57mm at your service.
Is that number 4? Wait, yeah, that's number 4 in AT guns. That's maybe a little bit overkill. He does have supply yard level 2. He actually doesn't have a whole lot of fuel at the moment. Is that any part just like off-map combat groups? Well, there goes that 2-2. Apparently 2 landmines can take out a 2-2 like that. Is that carcass enough for now to block movement? Possible. And no, I can still see like the cover indicator there.
Losing a munition sector.
Panzer Grenadiers decapturing that munitions point now. Our squad does have forest now research. Snipers now giving some fire support. So the rifle squad getting ripped apart by the Panthers. Of course, got some AT guns here. M2s raining on some barrages over here as well. Bunkwagen in this region.
They're trying to push me out. Sniper taking fire.
Incendiary mortar does connect with these snipers, forcing them back. Frag grenades been thrown and does force back the Panzer Grenadiers.
They're going after one of our munitions points.
Did that round just go to space? I love how this game relies more on accuracy than scatter, and sometimes just rounds just want to go to space. After all, who doesn't want to go to space? After all, I played Portal 2. I do agree with the Space Corps that we should go to space. And I wonder if that was anyone to get that reference. Or wonder why the hell did I say that reference? We do now have a 2-2 now pulled on the field to support out the Panthers. AT gun throws roll of bounce. Let's get some more bounces there. Rifleman squad making that advance. Snipers pushing right forward. Both in efficiency 1. Got 6 kills and 7 kills. Panzer Grenadiers sprinting their way forward. Received a couple sniper shots there and decides to sprint away. More bounces there, but the Panther has took a bit of a beating. actually pushing forward now. He's taking opportunity to decrease the distance there. Finds a landmine there of the
Enemy unit
2
down.
takes out by another AT gun. The AT gun does get decrewed there. You may want to get these rifle squad to capture the AT gun to fire, but he's going for a sticky bomb there. There's a Goliath here. I see some fire there. Goliath just right now being used as a big explosive landmine, not being detected at the moment. More shots there.
Regiment has heavy infantry reserves.
Rangers can now be called on in. Rangers at this point in time probably wouldn't be half bad. Okay, does put the funk pocket there. The Goliath now push away forward.
Enemy unit down.
And there goes both those snipers. That's something I may want to clip. Clip. Sticky bomb does connect, and the Funkwagen does stay alive. Oh. Is that frowned upon? Goliath killing off 2 snipers?
Engineers, eyes and ears.
I think the US player is really frowning upon that.
57 mil at your service.
We have the sniper reporting.
Another US sniper pull on the field, and there's going to be another one coming on out as well. Our squads, of course, need a bit of healing. Does have a bit of a manpower reserve. He's probably approaching enough command points for the offensive combat groups. Panzer Grenadiers are seeing a bit of fire there. Does get suppressed there by the rifleman. And frag grenade's been thrown. Ooh, good frag grenade there to wipe him out. Another SCG squad advancing forward, but likely it will not wipe out the rifleman. He probably will get some good damage onto him, however.
Army's finest here.
Rifleman capturing up the VP. Now got 2 snipers advancing on forward.
We're losing a munitions sector.
VP has been captured on up. Mortars raining on in. Another landmine being built. Right now, there is a triple capture of VPs in favor of the US player, but the Panzer Elite player does have an advantage. But that advantage will rapidly decrease. M2 raining on in, get some hits there onto the church, making it extra holy.
Engineers getting hammered out here.
Wait, how is that church not going down? Oh, because it's already holes there. There we go. Down a panel to break him down.
We're losing ground out there.
There we go. Got a nice little sunroof.
AT here. Engineer squad under
He's
fire.
taking time to repair up the AT guns. Very nice. Right now, he does have 4 out in the field.
What are my coordinates?
The M2, that 1 vehicle kill was at half track and has killed off 2 infantry units since then. Nothing too significant, though. Additional engineers being pulled on the field. He's eyeing for a 3rd engineer.
They're going after a fuel point. One of ours.
Rifleman squad advancing forward. Does roll
The enemy
a
stands
pen
at
there with the
300
AT gun.
points.
Trying to hit the mortar half track with a sticky bomb. And I do hear, oh, a landmine detonation there by the incendiary mortar. And to push way forward, sticky bomb does connect. Goliath is now pushed way forward. He may have spotted the Goliath right there. Goliath trying to play around the buildings. STG squad push way forward and hit these rifleman squad. You do hear fire support. Goliath right there does camouflage. And a grenade has been thrown. Does get out of the garrison,
taking one of
falls
our
back,
points.
drops one of the models with a grenade. Up here we do have the G43 squad advancing forward, rifle squad engaging as well. Incendiary grenade has been thrown, getting some good damage there on the AT gun. You may want to fall back to the treehouse to get healed up. Get those burn wounds patched up and bandaged up primarily.
AT squad under fire!
Kills off that carcass there. Goliath
Losing ground
is
out
moving its way forward. Having trouble going around a fence. Does fall back there. Telemine's still alive.
Enemy unit down.
He camoed it, but he has camoed it a couple times, but not necessarily. Then they get uncamoed. I don't
Reinforcements
see any
available.
lingering bug with the camo at the moment.
Crew, look alive! Anti-tank ready!
Rifle squad advancing forward, getting a bit of damage there onto the Panzer Grenadier.
Pay attention!
Grenade's been thrown, does roll a miss, and now the Panthers may get one more shot on retreat, but probably won't get a model. Yep.
Let's put some fear into him.
Just tell us where to drop.
Artillery raining on in. We do have the rare Jagdpanther now pulled on the field. He will need those AT guns he has. He does still have 4 of them alive. More landmines have been built. And now looks like the rifle squad may find the scout car.
Follow fucking order!
Kudu does fall back. Rifleman eyeing for the VP now. Here, some sort of machine gun fire. It's from the Panther right here. Trying to get some more hits there on the 2-2. 2-2's being pursued quite well. Trying to lay down some landmines here, but it's getting interrupted. Landmine was not fully built. Does lose the engineer. Does cancel landmine. And the rifle squad is falling back as well. Good, it's there.
What are my coordinates? Hey!
Rifle squad trying to go for stick bomb there on the Panther, but will not be successful.
Sniper reporting!
Panther, Panther still alive, full health, not really getting shots off. He may not be aware if it's actually alive at the moment. Nope. Howdy, I just saw your Rumble comment.
57
AT guns
at your service.
still plenty fine. Got the 2 Panthers in the region, and now the mortar half-track making some advance. Rifle squad advancing forward as well, trying to get another landmine, but not been successful laying down landmines in this region.
Enemy unit down.
Oh, something went
Front lines
down.
collapsing.
Looks like that Funkwagen does go down. Nothing much, you. And that mortar half-track does see some AT gun fire. One does connect, one does roll a miss. Next volley. One hit, one miss.
Infantry
Again,
squad
if they
lost.
would have one hit, then he would have been... If they both hit, he would have been dead.
At your service.
Oh, and looks like that incendiary mortar does decrew the AT gun and blows up the landmine. And the AT gun itself is actually getting almost destroyed by the incendiary mortar. It does get destroyed by the incendiary mortar.
Enemy unit down.
And 222 does get destroyed by the M1 AT gun. AT gun finds some shots there onto the Jagdpanther. Panzer Grenadiers push forward, engaging the riflemen. Rifle squad receiving a bit of fire there. He does fall back nice and early. AT gun shots are hitting, or the Jagdpanther is getting some good hits there on the AT gun. About to destroy the gun. That's not destroying the gun, that's destroying the road. And he does activate sprint right there, which will allow him to
Weapon crew
sprint up,
reporting
quickly
casualties.
decrew it. The Jagdpanther does not roll a death crit there. I'm currently streaming the 5 location: Rumble, Twitch, YouTube, Kick, and Twitter, or X now it's known as. I'm streaming the 5 locations at once. I think my chat's muted. The chat window does not
lines are being
translate over to my chat window along the left. or to my right, depending how I'm looking at it, on how you guys see it. Because Rumble is not a part of the Restream IO, so it does not automatically send the chat into the comment window to my that's on the screen. Sorry, there's nothing much I can do there.
Engineer ready and waiting.
Really wish if Rumble was part of the Restream IO service, that would be great. But that may result in Rumble needing to make more. Have to do something with the streaming, how the chat's displayed in order to be translated over. Some sort of technical update to the website, which Rumble still needs a bit of that, in my opinion. For example, there's a lot of analytics stuff that's very useful on YouTube that's simply not available on Rumble. Like, how many viewers are on certain videos, or how many viewers are I get per week, for example. I don't think there is even that capability. You can watch the Twitter stream. I think I have in the description. Yep, I do see in the description of the Rumble comment. You have the Incendiary Mortar does take out the AT gun there. The Rifleman Squad does get pinned down by the Panzer Grenadier, and the Rifle Squad's trying to throw a grenade in return, but does go ahead and get interrupted. I do like Rumble. Don't get me wrong. When it comes to live streamer viewership, I get my live streams on Rumble do the best of all the platforms. I get most viewership on YouTube when it comes to videos. Twitch has probably the biggest platform when it comes to live streams. And Twitter sort of just is there. And Kick, I'm just trying to sort of be there.
Taking casualties.
Just so in case of Twitch doesn't work out all too well, because Twitch is a little bit volatile when it comes to the upper management, let's just say. We got a bit of damage there on the mortar half-track, starting to fall back. It wouldn't surprise me when it comes to Rumble. I may be one of the top-rated or top channels that have the most uploaded content. I know the Rumble stats third-party website doesn't have me updated, but the hand calculations may suggest I may be top 10 in most uploaded hours and minutes on Rumble. But that's just a theory. Hello Mine's almost destroyed, so loose mortar shot could blow it up, and as well as everything nearby. Sniper gets a shot there. Try and hit one of these units, maybe trying to hit the mortar over there. Got some M2 howitzer barrages raining on in. Rifleman Squad up north. We do have this engineer as well. We do now have the Kettengrad repairing up the Jagdpanther, and he will repair it up the engine shortly. There we go. Now the Jagdpanther is fully repaired by the Kettengrad. And they're firing some shots there onto the Rifleman. Rifleman Squad does fall back there. Engineer up here. Mortar half-track firing away somewhere over here. Is Telemine still here? Telemine does get blown up by the mortar half-track. So I'm pretty sure Telemines can be blown up by the M1AT guns, which will basically instantly destroy it. So a little bit of a shame that the US player couldn't find it like that. I don't think the US player has deployed out a single vehicle in the entire game, not even a Greyhound. And I don't consider AT guns vehicles. Even though Company Heroes 1, it is more or less classified as a vehicle. Rifleman Squad received quite a bit of damage right there. T2 should be able to force him back. Jagdpanther does engage the machine gun he likely got from off-map combat group. Probably the mortar as well.
Casualties being reported.
Rifleman Squad does go down. He does have a lot of manpower stored up, so he should be able to get more off-map combat groups. AT gun lining up a shot there. Sneaker bomb does connect. Damage and crit there. More bounces there. Panthers push way forward. Incendiary mortar does connect, and look at the spread of the incendiary effect there. Usually it's pretty wide, but that was pretty tight, so it burnt up very quickly. The two now sprint blitzing his way forward, but the sniper is just trying to sneak away. Mortar will go down. Vertical will go down. Off-road combat group is now available. This place has one AT gun live somewhere. The snipers, that sniper
Our forces are
gets
taking
crushed.
casualties.
And this other sniper looks like will go down, though the 2-2's hitting the Panthers, preventing the shots from hitting the sniper. It does take out the other sniper as well. Off-map combat group has been put on field, does get himself a Hellcat. 30 cal and 2 riflemen. 30 cal is not really useful in this situation. He could try throwing it along the flanks, so that's about it. Hellcat will be useful, though needs more of them, so it's actually not that great. They're good in large numbers, not good in small numbers. After all, one of those small cat will have trouble versus 3 big cats. Rifleman squad now and trying to gauge the Panzer Grenadiers. Let's see, you want to start streaming only on Twitter. Is that possible? Yes. It is possible to stream to Twitter. A good streaming software will probably be OBS. It's open broadcast software. It is an open source, free to use recording software. There goes the 30 cal and the rifleman squad. Soon got engine crit there on the Jag Panther. Rifle squad getting hit significantly. We may see more sticky bombs to the Panther. Jag Panther.
Enemy unit down.
The two now hitting the engineers are a little exposed. More shots there, another sticky bomb there. I think he's just throwing away the Jag Panther. He does have quite a bit of resources stockpiled up. Going for non-Panthers will probably be a good idea. As much as I want to say losing the Jag Panther is a good idea, it's still something you don't really want to do. Incendiary mortar does connect right there, keeps the units with the rifleman. It may be a good idea. There we go, Panzer 4C. He needs to free up population space. The Jag Panther is a bit more of a specialist, not really more of a generalist. Panthers are better at generalist roles than the Jag Panther. So that will free up some population space to get out some more Panzer 4Cs. We do got another off-back combat group to get out of Greyhound. No, that is a manly built Greyhound because it doesn't have the 50 cal on top. So he's manly built out a Greyhound there. He's out of AT guns at the moment. Nope, never mind. He just got another AT gun picked up there. And another one right there. I'm not sure why I'm so blind. And the Jag Panther carcass will go down.
Out of supply.
How can you find streams on Twitter? I am not exactly sure. I mostly just stream to Twitter just because I have just try to find more platforms. I don't really use Twitter all that much, and I have very little engagement on Twitter. I more just stream it there just to have a presence. I am not on Twitter whatsoever.
Just listen to that engine purr.
Painkiller here.
Hellcat and Greyhound down south. We got 2 Hell Panthers here. Vet 3 mortar half track. STG squad making their advance. The Panzer player has a large reserve of resources. Mortar half track, maybe going a little bit too far forward. Very vulnerable to the AT gun, so this one does get decrewed by the STG squad. And now we have the armor skirts for the Panzer 4C. Now going for the MG as well. He's trying to hit the engineer, trying to capture this point. The Panzer player does not have a whole lot of VPs remaining, so he needs to get this point recaptured as soon as he can.
Is weakening even now.
This point's being captured up as well. Panthers, a little bit wounded, nothing too significant. We've seen some hits there. Ketograd does go down. Greyhound advancing forward, trying to overrun the mortar half track. He may get the kill. And now got some 2-2s along the flank, and maybe we're gonna be able to plant a 2-2 up here just so that area doesn't get just flanked or captured by a single squad. Panzer 4C could also do that as well. That's a VTuber model that I had commissioned for
The
me.
enemy is weakening even now.
we do now have the Greyhound going on down. Panzer 4C does go and get some shots there. Not going to set on up, receiving some AT gun shots there. And does go down to the AT guns. Two Panthers firing away, focusing fire on this one AT gun here. This one is out of angle. You can see here it's sort of blocked by this building. So now it could hit this one here. Let's see, I think I commissioned it. It cost me, if you want one, you're probably going to pay a good one. You're probably going to pay a couple hundred at least. If you want to look around, Fiverr is probably a good spot for if you want an eye for a commission. You can probably find some existing ones on some other sites, or you can get one custom like I did. Technically, I have 3. The first one, I was like, oh, it looks like a mix of like Fallout New Vegas, as long as it looked like a bit of myself. And then people said it started looking like Hitler, so I figured I should move on. Then I found a 3D one, not totally satisfied that one, and so I then found a good artist to get me this current one, which I really am satisfied with. Also, I made it more Mongol style because I like the Mongols from Age of Empires 4.
Americans are seizing territory from us.
The problem is, as well, there's more artists that can do 2D models rather than 3D models. It seems like not many of them are willing. When they use 3D models, are mostly meant for VR chat, in which trying to run that in conjunction with other games is too intensive on a computer right now for me. It's also because VR chat, any sort of VR related assets is a bit more intensive than, say, a regular 2D one. And 2D stuff can look pretty nice, like this one. Panzer 4C, another one has been deployed in the field, going for the armored skirts and the MG42. Does roll and miss there, has been deployed on out. AT guns way over here and here. This one has been recruited, eyeing for a shot. Plenty of vision to take that one on. Mortar half track advancing on forward.
Incoming fire! Under fire! Say again!
Good shots there onto the Panzer
The
4.
enemy is attempting to seize a fuel point from us.
Panthers advancing forward, getting a bit of damage. Good hit there onto the M1 AT gun. And there goes that AT gun. This one is still alive. These Panthers, this one is close to being not alive. And now we do have the mortar hatchet flying back. Kaliningrad may see a bit of fire there, and does see a lot of fire there. Damage is a crit there. The Panzer League player doesn't have a whole lot of BPs remaining. You have to make sure it's fine if this gets decaptured. You have to make sure it doesn't get fully captured. Though this point up here has been decaptured as well, so now his tickets are coming down. Damage is right there on the mortar half track. Panther is getting some skirmishing damage there. M2 trying to hit this backline Panther. This mortar half track now seeing a bit of fire there from the rifleman. Maybe not at the moment. I'm satisfied with what I have at the moment. Oh, there goes the Panzer 4C. There goes the mortar half track as well.
Heavy Panzer ready.
There's another off-map combat group. May have been called on in, maybe not. Here's player. SDG squad gets good damage there. Does get this point recaptured, so the BPs have been stabilized. Over here, Panther. Plenty of health for the moment. AT gun is going to try to change that. We have enough manpower for another off-map combat group. Another off-map combat group called in. And oh boy, that is a good one. We do now have 2 fresh Hellcats. Also, the one previously does have a Greyhound. Doesn't have his other Greyhound still alive. And a Rifleman to boot. So that's a really good one. Bit of damage on the Panther. 30 cal now firing away. Of course, it won't do much versus the Panther. Panther still needs some repairs. Both of them do. But now these Hellcats can charge on forward. They may be able to finish off these wounded Panthers. Small cats are making their way forward with a doggo as well. Okay, that's enough of that joke. Both these Panzers are severely wounded. Hellcats, this is bad angle for them. They both have the frontal armor. The Greyhound could try drawing the fire. The Hellcats try to flank around. Greyhound now seeing some fire. 2 does see some fire as well. Maybe just picking off the 2-2 would be nice. The Tellermine there that was there's been long dead. Fresh AT Hetzer point of view. It does eat a N2 howitzer shot. Rolls a miss there with the Hellcat. This Greyhound's still back here. AT Hetzer having trouble firing. See the bounce there. Looks the Hellcat's falling back. This Hellcat's just running camouflage, ready to engage. AT gun in the region as well. We do have now the STG squad seeing to fire.
We have a secured sector under attack.
And was it AT grenade? He did have, I think he just threw 2 AT grenades there, giving damage to the Greyhound. Hellcat does roll a bounce there. Panther's almost dead. AT gun may find another shot. Doesn't neither find another shot there. There's a line of sight block there. Rifleman squad does see a shot there. Hellcat rolls a miss. Hellcat has very little health remaining. Panther's gun's still functional. Main gun destroyed there, so no longer is main gun working, but this Panther is healthy. But does take out that Panther. Main gun destroyed a crit there. It does get a sticky bomb off as well onto it.
Our forces are taking casualties.
Only get a gun and killed crit there, and that's usually a separate crit entirely. So its engine's still working, its gun's still working. And now the Panther is moving around with efficiency 3. Looks like there's a shot there. Hellcat firing away. This one's severely wounded. Efficiency 1. Rolls a bounce there. This one will likely go down. Destroyed engine crit there. Sticky bomb may connect. May get destroyed a crit there. Sticky bomb will not connect. Greyhound still alive, but not by much. Rifleman squad does fall back. This one does get burned up a little bit.
The enemy is down to 25 points.
This player has pushed this one down a little bit. Does receive damage and crit there. I think from the incendiary mortar effect. Was that still lingering around, or was that from the small arms fire? The armor skirts. He must have got a lucky pen through the armor skirts. He's going for AT grenades. No, maybe that was a Cindy grenade, but either way, the Greyhound's down. The Panzer player is still counting down. He needs something to decapture this point. He does have this force here. And now do have another Hellcat, Rifleman, and another 30 cal mortar. 30 cal can be useful to protect this VPs that he capture. And the mortar. They have some, but not a whole lot. But the Hellcat does have some good use. One Panther on the field, one mortar half track. Not a lot of resources remaining. And the Hetzer actually went down. I think N2 howitzer barrage may took it out. A lot of carcasses here. There's the Hetzer. Maybe it was that Hellcat that took it out. It was a bit more wounded when I saw him running away. Panzer Grenadiers do sprint around. Rifleman throw a grenade. Blows up one of the models there. The other one gets gunned down by the 30 cal. And the last one will likely get gunned down. They have a foolish loss there. Mortar trying to decapture the point.
The enemy has fallen to 200 points. Enemy must be further injured.
He has 5 command points remaining, or available. He should be able to get all of his doctrines. What's left of it. 30 cal firing away against the Panzer Grenadier.
The enemy is impacted.
He is trying to dogpound the VP, trying to bleed him, get his opponent down to 0. He only has a small bit of amount to work with. Needs to work with. I can't really speak right now for some odd reason. Ooh! And the M2 connects to the building, destroying it. He could go for armor-piercing rounds onto the mortar half-track. I think he maybe is going for that. Does get some good damage there. Mobilized mortar half-track there. STG squad advancing forward as the Assault Grenadier Heavy Infantry. He has plenty of munitions. Oh, there goes the mortar half-track to the Hellcat. AT grenades. AT grenade rolls and miss there. But actually maybe got an AoE splash hit there. The Panzer AT grenades are not accurate whatsoever. There's a reason why people don't use them. Ain't gonna short the crit
Attention,
there.
the enemy advances.
And it looks like that kind of grad does go and stop the movement there of the Panther a little bit. Does maintain the VP being captured. Sticky Bomb does connect the Kettengrad. You can use a Bergantiga there to get that recovered, along with all these other carcasses. Now it's maybe time for a Bergantiga. US player, I'm reinforce and heal on up. Let's see now. Does of course have the level 2 supply yard. Needs about 1 minute, a little over 1 minute more manpower to get out another off my comic group.
Battery here.
105 is. I just realized something. That's.
Battery commander here.
Sorry, that reminds me of one of the War Thunder YouTubers, like Philly Daily, I think it was. That voice just really sounds like him. I think there's a channel known as Squire who uses him as a voice actor for a lot of parodies of various different stuff, like how to invade a country. I suppose that's one way to hit 30 cal. Use the AT grenades. Wait, does it not have ×2 Panzer Trek? Does it not have access to ×2 AT grenades, or was the one model in the back trying to get the hit there? Because I only saw one AT grenade. Wait, how much could that 30 cal take? I'm so used to Couple Heroes 2, where it's 2 shots to basically take something
We have a
out
secure
like that.
sector under attack.
Observation post, we've seen a bit of fire there. There's off my comic group. Does get another Hellcat. 2 more riflemen. That's good. 30 cal does have some limited use, especially if you just want to send up some units over here. He's actually forced to station a garrison over here, I guess. There's a G43 squad and STG squad in this region. M2 eyeing for shots onto this VP.
MG here. Eyes on me. People.
STG squad receive a bit of fire there from the rifleman. And Hellcat finds a Telemine. He does have double Panzer Trek. And there goes that Hellcat. Oh, and the Panzer Lead player dealt with it pretty easily. Rifleman squad. Bit of damage there. This Rifleman squad now engages this Panzer Trek squad there. Destroys the carcass. Off a power shoot raining on in. Does get one of the squads there. He does the Assault Grenadier Heavy Infantry, which is why it's called them Heavy Assault Grenadiers. That seems like a much better name than Assault Grenadier Heavy Infantry. We do now have another Telemine right there. Rifleman squad could a sticky bomb. The central VP has been captured, which makes the Panzer Lead player starts counting down. And because this point fully captured up, he will
Casualties being reported.
probably win outright. Gets interrupted. Kettengrad could not be captured in time.
We are losing a victory.
He needs to get this
Enemy
one
unit
quickly captured back on up. I'm not sure what these guys are currently doing. And this is getting points interrupted, and that's probably going to be game.
We have a threat to our victory point.
And that is game. This is Grade saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.